Welcome to the Dog Advisory Council, a trusted resource for dog owners and enthusiasts. Today we will be talking about if dogs can eat caramel. Technically, dogs can eat caramel since it's not a toxic food. However, raw sugar, a key part of caramel, can lead to many health conditions and problems short-term, such as dental issues and sugar overdoses. It can also influence your dog's health long-term. Diabetes, addiction, and even obesity can impact his well-being and his whole life. When it comes to your dog and a sweet treat, you'll want to understand its ingredients, its risks, and what to do if your dog has some caramel. There are, terrifyingly, quite a few, normal, human foods that can be toxic to dogs: chocolate, onion, and garlic, to name a few. It's reassuring to learn that caramel isn't on that list. That being said, it can still cause serious harm to your dog. Some of the main concerns include diabetes. Dog diabetes is a thing. Diabetes forms when dogs' bodies become unable to process sugar in the blood, and it often requires medication. Since dogs are much smaller than us, and not able to digest sugar the same way that we do, normally, diabetes can set in faster and with less sugar than humans. Dental issues. As you likely already know, eating a lot of sugar is going to lead to dental problems. Your dog is no exception, and that's assuming that you're used to helping brush his teeth regularly. From pain to extraction, to dental disease, and even a special diet, it can all add up. Addiction. One of the most dangerous parts of eating raw sugar for dogs is that it is highly addictive. Think of children when they eat caramel. That sugar rush is literally addictive, and they crave more and more of it. Now, picture your dog with the same addiction, except they don't understand that it's addictive, and you don't have the same ability to reason or explain it to them as you would with a mini-human. Instead, he wants more, and you can't give it to him, and he doesn't understand why. Sugar overdoses. Addiction is one thing, but too much sugar can actually cause some dogs to overdose. Most of this relates to the ratio between the amount of caramel and the dog size. A sugar overdose can need immediate vet attention, so this is a serious symptom to watch out for. Obesity. Just like in humans, too much sugar will create weight gain and eventually obesity. Many dogs are predisposed to obesity, too, so having caramel regularly can be enough to tip the scales, literally. While there are many factors to a healthy diet, avoiding sugary human treats is certainly something to keep in mind. Caramel can kill dogs, but in most cases, it's a long-term issue. For example, obesity, diabetes, and general malnutrition. In some cases, such as sugar overdose, it can be faster. The bottom line is that caramel can kill dogs even if it's not as immediately life-threatening as chocolate or xylitol. When a dog eats caramel, the most likely to happen is that they're going to have a bad case of the zoomies. Think of it as zooming around, playing frantically, and then immediately crashing in a total sugar coma. If your dog grabs a piece of your caramel, or you think he may have grabbed it off the table when you weren't looking, don't panic. Again, it's not a toxic food. You'll want to carefully monitor him for the symptoms that show he's dealing with a sugar rush. The good news is that sugar rush symptoms are usually pretty easy to spot. The top ones can be restlessness and hyperactivity, moodiness and irritability, lethargy and catatonic sleeping, diarrhea and vomiting. If your dog has had excessive sugar, he'll be racing around the house, frantically playing with gusto you may never have seen before, and simply will not be able to settle. He'd hypothetically run on a treadmill for miles and miles without even blinking, he's got so much energy. He may also come across as being anxious and unsettled too, double as moodiness or irritable, which can sometimes happen in older dogs. Always keep a close eye on your dog during the zoomy stage, as he's high on sugar and may play or exercise so much that he can hurt himself. Once the sugar wears off, he'll crash. He'll often zonk out right in the middle of a play session and take a serious, hard nap. This is normal, but you'll still want to keep an eye on him to make sure that he's okay. Most of the time, he'll also have some diarrhea and potentially some vomiting. This is especially likely if he's eaten a good amount of it. This should clear up in a few hours, but, of course, keep an eye on it and make sure he has plenty of access to water. If you want to learn about the potential danger signs of a sugar overdose, click the link in the description below. If the information in this video was useful, please like it and don't forget to subscribe.